Okay, I said I was going to pick back up tomorrow, but this topic got me fired up, and there were some messages waiting on me when I posted the last video, so I'm going to start now. So, part two, talking about good. So, let's kind of talk about where we're at. And I'm going to use a dimmer switch. I grew up in the 90s, and I swear the coolest thing I remember from my childhood discovering was a dimmer switch in our house. You could crack the knob and the lights would be really dim. They weren't functional for reading. I guess it was for ambiance. I'm not real sure, but you could turn it all the way up and I swear you could hear the light bulbs humming. We're going to call that a spectrum. That dimmer switch is a spectrum. At its lowest setting is where we all begin with our understanding of good. Plain and simple. I'm talking about coming right out of the gate, brand new with Jesus. Everything before that, it's just off. It's dark, it's distorted, it's defined by the world and experiences. It's postured and thrown out there by religion. Philosophy says that good looks and acts this way. But those definitions mean nothing. Now, if you're watching this and you find that offensive, I'm coming from somebody who belongs to Jesus. I have seen his good, and I've also dabbled in all the other good that the world calls good, and it's all garbage. I'm not here to fight. I'm not here to argue. I'm not here to debate. I am sharing what I have experienced walking through my faith with him as he has changed my perspective. And if you decide to stick around, great. If you don't, I'm not going to be upset because everyone has a choice to make when it comes to Jesus, as he gives them the opportunity to make that choice and receive his good, or to continue to live as it is defined by the world. And I promise you, what the world offers will do nothing but let you down and ultimately leave you depraved, starving, and dead. So now that I've said all that, James chapter 1, 16 through 18. Do not be deceived, my beloved brothers. Every good gift and every perfect gift is from above, coming down from the Father of lights, with whom there is no variation or shadow due to change. Of his own will he brought us forth by the word of truth, that we should be a kind of first fruits of his creatures. My biggest struggle, apart from fear, has been understanding good. Good was always based on performance. You get good grades, you'll get this. You act accordingly, you will be treated this way. If you don't, you will be met with judgment, condemnation, shame, and violence. I am acutely aware that there are people that never suffered physical and emotional violence to the extreme that I did, or that of many of my followers. But for those of you who did not experience that, to be entirely emotionally honest, you experienced those same things in a different measure that still distorted your understanding of good. Very early on, I can remember hearing questions like, why don't you just do good? Why can't you be good? And there's a real simple answer to that. We don't know what good is before Jesus. We can follow the rules that are set for us. We can follow the instructions that are given to us that give us the outward appearance of good. But inside, we're struggling to make sure that we maintain the standards set before us by the world, the institutions, and the people around us that predicate performance on the outside, opposed to the surrender and the change that Jesus offers on the inside that subsequently comes out as we grow in him and he grows richer and deeper in us. The best good that I am aware that I received from him, and I'm not talking about the cross. I'm not diminishing that or taking away from that, because even the full understanding of what that good was comes with time as you rest and wrestle with him in his presence and learn to let him love you and not hang on to the things of the world that you were taught. not to hang on to the things of your experiences that influenced how you process and understand and set the foundations in your mind of understanding what good is. And I'm not talking about material. I'm not talking about possessions. I'm not talking about the things that prompt the feelings in which you therefore emote and praise what is defined as good. I'm talking about what he does in terms of growing as a result of the replaced heart that he has given you of flesh. What grows out of that is goodness. It's called a fruit of the Spirit. It's something he does. It's something that he corrects in us. It's something that he puts back in us that was stolen away so long ago as temptation was offered, that prompted the disobedience that brought us into the fallen state that we are in. And that we go to him daily, moment by moment, in surrender, and realizing you get to that place that I am not good apart from him. It's not self-deprecating. It's not harsh judgment or self-criticism. It's the truth. Because at the end of the day, before him, we serve self in our own senses. We do the things that make us feel good and look good and make us look good to others, not regarding or disregarding completely, should I say, what's really important. And that's how we are with him. And that's where goodness originates, is with him. He is the one that brings you to the place where that switch goes from dim, barely able to utilize light, it can just barely be seen, to something that is making the light whine and shine, that everybody notices. Not only so bright, but the light is so bright you can hear it. It sounds like a light bulb ready to explode, because all of the voltage is going right to it. It's charging up the light from within, and people can't help but see it. That is him in us. That is what he does in us. That is what is instilled in us by his grace and mercy that he offers us freely because he loves us. That goodness that he demonstrated by going to the cross to undo what the world has taught us and trained us to. Whether it was in small demonstrations by those that didn't suffer hard and heavy violence, as well as those like myself and many others who did. His goodness does not come as a trap. His goodness is not measured by our performance. His goodness is not demanded of. He says, just give yourself to me and I will put goodness in you. I will be the goodness in you. I will work goodness through you. It doesn't cost you anything. It costs you everything of the world that you had and that you knew, but it costs you nothing and gives you everything in life. And it's as simple as a meal showing up when you've had nothing to eat, clothes being provided that only you and he knew about, groceries showing up that the only prayer that was prayed was shared between you and him, and they show up from somebody that said, hey, Jesus told me to do this. If you don't want it, you don't have to take it. But this is for you. So much as it is a job or a promotion or a check that comes out of nowhere. The first understanding of good, realizing that God was doing good in my life, was my Anna, my Daniel, my Lillian, my Liliana, my Timothy, my Jesse. Those demonstrations of goodness that were brought by love have names to me. But my distorted perspective took me to a place to where I couldn't even recognize that, so much so that what I feared losing was the goodness that he gave me, because every demonstration of goodness I had ever had was always propped up on my performance and how good and perfect I had to be. Only to find out that his good doesn't change. We can get in the way and mess with it, but his good for us as he gives it does not change, and he does not take it back. It's a promise. When he gives you something good, you can throw it away, but you can't throw away something that he gave you forever. You can throw it away long enough for him to fix you with him so that you're able to handle it. And what was taken may have never been good for you in the first place. part 3 later.